class, so this video is about examples. So we will start with example 9.2, page 149. Okay class, so you may refer to your PDF, right? So class, I just read the question here. Raw material used in the production of a synthetic fiber is stored in a place which has no humidity control. Measurement of the relative humidity in the storage place and the moisture content of sample of the raw material, both in a percentage, on 12 days yield the following results. So they have a table given here. You can see they have a humidity. So humidity is independent. So it already stated there X. And also the moisture content. So the moisture content will be the dependent, right? So they have 12 data, okay, 12 days. So it means they have 12 data, X and Y. So the question asks you to draw a scatter diagram for the above data. And then does the scatter plot exhibit a linear relation between the two variables? So the question asks you to the question asks you to check whether they have a linear relationship between these two variables or not. So you need to sketch. Okay, you need to sketch a scatter diagram. Now we call it a scatter diagram. So this is Y and this is X, and then you need to plot. So my suggestion is you plot. Arrange first the data according. Follow the sequence lah. For example, means that you can see that the data is too random. Okay, I prefer that you follow the sequence for X. So for example, here is 42, 35, 50, 48. So it's too random, right? So it's not necessary, but I think it's more easier for you when you want to sketch. You just rearrange it according or ascending order or decreasing order lah, as long as it's in sequence. Tapi it's not compulsory, class. It's not compulsory. It's just up to you. Okay, so let's say like you don't want to you want to save your time. Maybe you want to plot it directly. So okay, nothing, no problem at all. So 0, and then let's say 42. Okay, you see the minimum value and also the maximum value for you to get a figure ataupun picture on how your graph look like lah. So they have 31, the minimum, and also the maximum will be here is 62. Is it 62? Okay, 62. So maybe you can use a gap size or the step size 10. Okay, for example, it's up to you. Maybe you want to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and 70 lah. Okay, because the one will be 62. Okay, or else you can use 20, 40 like the textbook, like the PDF. Okay, it's used 20, 40, 60, 80. It's up to you. Okay, because we just a sketch. We just sketching. So sketching is not just for sketching is not proper graph. It just sketch. Nama pun sketch kan? Like we have a draft kan? So they have not really strict. Okay, but the important part here, yes, you need to have a y-axis here. You need to have an x-axis, and then you need to have your sketches lah later on. So for y, they have the minimum value is 7, and the maximum here will be 16. So maybe you can use 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 14 and 16. Okay, you do it by yourself lah. Okay, I just give you an idea. Okay, after you plot, then you see for the first point 42, X and Y is 12. So 12 is here, 42 is somewhere here. So you plot. And then 35 and 8, 35 and 8. So somewhere here. Okay, then what else? 50 and 14, 50 and 14. Somewhere here. And then 48 and 9, 43 and 9 is somewhere here. It's 9. Okay, it's something like this lah. Okay, you just plot according to the data given. So you plot, and then okay, after you plot, Okay, you continue but I'm just using this answer. Okay, after you plot, you may get this type of graph. Okay. Okay, but maybe not exactly because this textbook use 20, 40, 60 and 80. If you use 10, 20, 30, this graph will be slightly different. But the trend, I just want to say the trend would be same. Means that the trend upward or downward, okay, it must be the same. For example, here you can see that it's upward, okay, it's a go up, right? It's increasing. So but when you sketch a line, when you want to draw a line, it's not attached on all points. Okay, it's not attached on all points. So that means it's still a positive because it's upward. Okay, it's upward, so it's positive, and it's linear, but it's not a perfect. So back to the question: does the scatter plot exhibit a linear relationship between two variables? Yes. This scatter, yes. Then they have this scatter plot have shows that there is a linear relationship. Okay, yes, that's all. The linear relationship. Not mentioning about the perfect or not mentioning about the positive yet, because we just, this example is just to want to ask you to find whether they have a relationship or not, linear relationship or not. That's all. Then when we comes to the correlation, yes, we need to identify whether the correlation or the graph perfect or positive or negative. Okay, so this is example number 2, which is just plot a scatter diagram. That's all. And then of course lah, you need to make it a conclusion whether it's linear or not. That's all. So now, okay, we go to the example 9.3. Okay, example 9.3. Example 9.3, page 153. So the question here is, okay, using the same sample data from the example 9.2. So we are using the same data given in example 9.2. Calculate the linear correlation coefficient. Okay, class. So now we comes to the calculation part. So we want to calculate your R. Okay, class. So first of all, I suggest you to write, even though maybe if I'm not mistaken, the formula will be given in the appendix, but I suggest you, when you get the question or after you read the question, write, terus tulis dulu what's the formula. So it's easy for you to know what you should do next. Okay, that's my suggestion lah. So you just write first what's the formula, then you know, okay, you want to find this, you want to find this. So what's hard, then baru you list down lah the things that you want to calculate. Okay, so I just write down first. Okay, I write down first the formula that we need to find here is summation x square. Okay, basically the pattern for these three is equal. For example, okay, s. So s means the summation of x square, and then summation of x square is two different things. Okay, class, this one is x square, and then we find the summation. For this one, we find the summation x first, then we square the answer that we get. Okay, it's two different things. And for sy means sy square minus summation y square over n. So basically these three actually is the same thing, just the changes here is on the variable x or y lah. Okay, so that's if lah, for example, if you want to memorize this formula, so just remember one, I think it's okay. Then you can create your own, not create your own, I mean you can modify it based on your knowledge lah. Okay, but if you want to remember all, also okay, tak ada masalah lah, of course lah. Lagi bagus if you remember all. I just give you the tips lah if they have too many formula that you want to memorize. So you just memorize one, then you just exchange for, it depend on the variable. Okay, so this is the formula, and this is all things that you need to find out, because we need to find all this to substitute here, and then we get your R. So class, so we need, okay, what we need to calculate here? We need to calculate, okay, you can see here we need to calculate summation of x, y. We need to calculate the summation of x, summation of y. And then we need to calculate, okay, this one is summation of x. Same thing lah, just power 2. Okay, so this is same thing. This is the same thing. So you need to calculate your summation x square. You need to calculate summation of x, y. And then you need to have your n. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have 6 things that you need to calculate. Okay, class. So for me, this one is the easiest part lah for you to score. Okay. Okay, so I show you again here. I'm not sure whether you see it. Okay, so this is the data from the example 9.2 just now. So class, okay. If you are using this calculator, okay, I'm using this calculator, so you may follow my steps. But I'm not sure whether for the others, what we call the others type of calculator, I'm not sure whether it's same or not. But you can try, just follow my step. Kalau tak sama, you need to figure out by yourself lah. But we can try, you can try first. So class, first of all, you need to, they have a mode here, right? Mode button here. You press mode button here until you see REG. REG stand for regression. Okay. Then you press 2, and then they have lean. Lean here is stand for linear. And then log, exponential, and then they have others lah, power, and so on. But we want to do it linear. Okay, so you press 1. Okay, then it's blank ataupun they have nothing lah. So you need to enter all this data. Okay, so how to enter? So let's say we have 42, 12. 42 is x, 12 is y. So you need to follow the sequence. The first data that you enter is x, and the second data that you enter is y. So you enter 42, comma. So they have a comma here, class. They have a comma here. So you press comma, and then they have and then you press or you fill in 12. Then class, so you can see right after comma here they have n plus. So you press this n plus. So it come out n equal to 1. So that's mean the data that you substitute now is 1. Maksudnya bilangan data yang you dah masukkan, okay, the data that you already substitute here is 1. So how to substitute, how to enter the others? So just press 35. Okay, just I mean after you n plus just now it come out here, then press 35, okay, comma 8, and then n plus again. So now you already substitute second data. So they have 2 data already. So make sure after you finish substitute all the data, you need to check whether the n is equal or not. The n is supposed to be 12. Okay, so okay, we continue. Okay, we continue. So 50, 14 n plus, and then 43, 9 n plus, 48, 11 n plus, 62, 16 n plus, 31, 7 n plus, 36, 9 n plus, 44, 12 n plus, 39, 10 n plus, 55, 13 n plus, 48, 11 n plus. Okay, lastly should be n plus also. Must be n with n plus. So you can see that you have 12 n. Okay, your n now is equal to 12. Okay, class. So next, press shift. Okay, press shift here on top of it here. Press shift, and then you press 1 here. Okay, shift 1. So you can see that they have summation of x square, summation of x, and summation of y square, summation of y, summation of x, y. Okay, that's all. So they have 6, and we need all these 6. So what we do is just, okay, for example, you want to find the value of summation of x, y here. So you just press, okay, summation of x, y. So it's 3 down here. So just press 3. And then equal. So you have 6093. Okay, if you want to check with the whether it's correct or not, you can check the what we call in the textbook. Okay, 6093. So then, let's say you want to find summation of x, so you shift 1 again. Back. If you want to back, you need to shift 1 again. So summation of x, you want to get summation of x, you have press 2. And then equal. So the answer will be 533 and then cap. Yes, you just continue the same step. So it will be 132 for summation y, and then shift 1 again. Summation of x squared is 1 here. And then 2, 4, 5, 2, 9, and then shift back, shift 1 again. Press 1 here, so you have 1, 5, 2, 6, and the last one, your n just now is 12. Okay, so now you get all the 6 item. Okay, so it's easier for you now. You just substitute what we need here. Okay, substitute substitute it here first. Okay, because I didn't have enough space, so I hope that you just substitute lah. Just substitute. For example, here summation sy, so you just substitute 6. Okay, I just write here. Okay, I just write 1 here. 6093 minus, okay, summation of x. What is summation of x just now? 533. Summation of y is 132, and then over here, this is over 12. So you calculate it, so you get the answer, and this answer is for SSXY. Okay, SSXY, then you repeat the same thing for SSXX, you repeat the same thing for SSXY by referring to this value. After that, after you get all the value, so you need to substitute it here. So I just substitute the final answer, okay, class. Okay, so this one you should get 203 square root of 854.92 times with 74. Therefore, the answer is 0.9144. Okay, so this is your R, and then, okay, you need to interpret. Okay, class, it just not calculate the R, but you need interpretation. You need to do interpret. So, how to interpret? Okay, it's referring to the value of R just now. Your R is 1, or your R is near to 0, or your R is less than 0. So, you need to interpret. So the interpretation that you can make for this question here, the value of R is equal to 0.9144, which is a positive and is close to 1. Is it? Betul. Kosong, it's positive, of course, it's positive 0.9144 and it's close to 1. Therefore, you can indicate that the two variables have a strong positive correlation. Okay, even though it's not exactly equal to 1. Okay, if R equal to 1, it's a perfect. But now your R is 0.9144. So we can say that it's a strong enough. Okay, it's a strong positive correlation, or maybe you just can say lah, it's a positive correlation. So it's also accepted lah. So you need to refer lah your R just now. Okay, class, so I think I will stop here for the example of correlation. Okay, is it simple, is it? Betul tak? Senang je kan nak score by using your calculator. You can use your calculator, fully utilize calculator. So you no need to have you didn't have to spend a lot of time to calculate one by one. So you use calculator, but make sure when you enter, make sure class, please don't make a mistake here. Make sure when you enter all the data here into your calculator, make sure you calculate one by one, carefully check one by one. Because let's say lah, you say this one is 42, but you substitute 41, for example, 41. It will affect all the value here. And when this all is wrong, of course your SSXY blah 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 also will be wrong, and your R also will be wrong. They have no marks for you. Okay? So make sure you check. Okay, please don't too rush. Jangan rush lah. Buat slowly. But janganlah terlalu lambat pula. Nanti tak sempat buat soalan lain kan. Alright, so that's all class. So yes, so we proceed the next video for the slide first for the second objective, the third objective, and I will attach also the example later. Okay, thank you.